Hi students, my name is Sitesh Narashet. I am from Anara. So last class we discussed about a topic from 10th standard, that is polynomials. In polynomials we already discussed about linear polynomial and quadratic polynomial, their geometrical representation of zeros of the polynomial and relation between coefficient and zeros of the polynomial. In this class we have to discuss about cubic polynomial. That is the third type of polynomial, that is cubic polynomial. In that also we have to take geometrical representation of zeros of the polynomial and relation between coefficient and zeros of the polynomial. So let us discuss about cubic polynomial. We already knew that linear polynomial can be expressed in the form of y is equal to mx plus c or y is equal to ax plus b. Again, quadratic polynomial can be expressed in the form of y is equal to ax square plus bx plus c. So again, the cubic polynomial can be expressed in the form of y is equal to ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. That is y is equal to ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. So cubic polynomial having the degree of 3, that means the highest power of the variable is 3 here. So here 3 is there, that means the power of this x is 3 is there, that means it's a cubic polynomial. So let us discuss about geometrical representation of the zeros of the polynomial by taking some examples. So let us take one example. Example, y is equal to x cube minus 4x. So let us check whether it is cubic polynomial or not. So the power of x is 3. Yes. So that means the cubic polynomial, it's a cubic polynomial. That is, the cubic polynomial has a power of the variable 3. Highest power of the variable is 3 here. So let us represent geometrically the zeros of the polynomial. When the polynomial is in 0, when y is equal to 0, that means the value of x will be the 0 of the polynomial. Also, it also known as the solution of the equation. Yes, let us take some of the example of some of the values of x and we got the value of y. So let us discuss. Yes. So value of x and here we insert the value of y. So I can take here minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2 and 3. You can take any values. So I will just neglect this minus 3 and minus. So it's higher value here. So we can neglect it. X and y. So I will take these 5 values of x. So here when we insert 0 here, 0 and 0, it will, we get 0 here. Then insert minus 1 here. When minus 1 we have to insert minus 1, x is equal to minus 1 to the equation. So here minus 1 cube minus 1 minus of 4 minus 1, that means plus 4. 4 minus 1, it is 3. And when we insert 1 cube minus 4. 1 minus 4, that means minus 3 here. So then we have to insert x is equal to minus 2. So minus 2 cube is equal to minus 8. Minus of 4 minus 2, that is plus 8. Minus 8 plus 8, we got 0 here. Then we have to insert 2 here. So 2 cube is equal to 8. 8 minus 4 into 2, 8. 8 minus 8 is equal to 0. So we have to insert these values into the graph. So let us insert these coordinates. So firstly 0, 0, that means it's a origin. The first point we are already mentioned. So then minus 1, 3. So x-axis minus 1 and y-axis it's a 3 here. So it's a point. Then minus 2, 0. Minus 2, 0 is here. Then 1, minus 3. So 1, minus 3 is here. Then 2, 0. 2, 0 is here. So we have to take the line. So here I join all these points. So I will extend up to 3. So from this we got the curve like this. Yes. So it's a graphical representation of or geometrical representation of 0 of the polynomial. From this we have to identify the 0 of the given polynomial. So how we can represent here? So firstly we have to mention the coordinates. So here it's a 0, 0. Then here 1, minus 3. Minus 1, 3 here. Then here minus 2, 0. Then here 1, minus 3. Then 2, 0. The curve intersects the x-axis. That means the value of 0 of the polynomial is at the curve intersects the x-axis. So we have to identify the curve intersects the x-axis. So here the curve intersects the x-axis. Here also the curve intersects the x-axis, and here also the curve intersects the x-axis. That means the cubic polynomial in this cubic polynomial has 3 zeros of the polynomial when the value can be taken as minus 2, 0 and 2. When we take x is equal to minus 2, 0 and 2, so that means the polynomial is 0. That means this polynomial has 3 zeros. So the curve cuts the x-axis at 3 distinct points. 3 distinct points. That means the polynomial has 3 zeros. So from this we got the zeros of the polynomial. So let us take any other example, and we have to insert the value of x and we have to get the value of y. When the value of y is 0, then the value of x will be the 0 of the polynomial. So I hope you understood that. So let us take another example. I will just take x cube. So let us take same these points here, and we have to draw the curve. Yes. So x cube, when we insert 0, we got 0. So then when we insert minus 1 here, so we got only minus 1. Then when we insert minus 2, so we got minus 8 here. Then when we insert 1, 1. Then when we insert 2, 8 we got. So we have to insert those points in the graph. So 0, 0. Here we get 0, 0 and 1, 1. 1, 1 is here. Then 2, 8. 2, 8 means almost here 7 and here 8 means it will be here. So then we have to insert minus 1, minus 1 and minus 1 is here and minus 2, minus 8 means minus 8 is here. Yes. Here. So we have to join the points. Yes. Here the curve cuts at the origin. So that means this cubic polynomial is having only one 0. That means the curve cuts the x-axis at only one point. That means the given polynomial has only one 0. That is x is equal to 0. When x is equal to 0, y is also 0. That means this given polynomial has only one 0. So let us take any other example. You can take and solve it in your notebook. That is x cube minus x square. You can take the value of x and so I will give you a homework, that is y is equal to x cube minus x square, and solve it in your home and represent that coordinates or numbers into the graphs. So we have to take the zeros of the polynomial. So I hope the graph obtained. Yes. This is the graph when we take the values of x and the values of y and insert into the graph look like. So here we got two zeros of the polynomial because the curve cuts the x-axis at two distinct points. That means the given polynomial has two zeros. So I hope you understood that. So after solving this example, so let us move on to the next topic. So the relation between the coefficient and zeros of the polynomial. So the relation between the coefficient and zeros of the cubic polynomial. So we already discussed about linear polynomial, quadratic polynomial and cubic polynomial. In linear polynomial there is a chance of only one 0. And in quadratic polynomial there are two chances of zeros of the polynomial. In that we take alpha and beta are the zeros of the polynomial. Here in cubic polynomial there is 3 chances of zeros of the polynomial. For that we have to take 3 zeros of the polynomial, that is alpha, beta and gamma. So let us take alpha, beta and gamma be the 3 zeros of the cubic polynomial. Let alpha, beta and gamma be the 3 zeros of the cubic polynomial. What is the form of cubic polynomial? That is p of x is equal to ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. Here a, b, c and d are coefficients. So the coefficient of x cube is a, coefficient of x square is b, coefficient of x is c, and the constant term is d here. So let us discuss about the relation between coefficient and the zeros of the cubic polynomial. So let us take one by one. That is, firstly the sum of zeros of the polynomial, that is alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to minus of coefficient of x square divided by coefficient of x cube. What is the coefficient of x square here? Is equal to minus of b, and coefficient of x cube is a. Coefficient of x square is b, coefficient of x cube is a here. So again the next formula is based on alpha beta plus beta into gamma plus gamma into alpha is equal to the coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x cube. It is coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x cube. What is the coefficient of x? C. And what is the coefficient of x cube? Is a. Is equal to c by a. Next, the product of those 3 zeros is equal to the minus of constant term divided by coefficient of x cube. Alpha into beta into gamma is equal to minus of constant term divided by coefficient of x cube. What is the constant term here? D is the constant term, minus of d divided by coefficient of x cube a, minus d by a is the product of 3 zeros. These are the 3 formulas relating coefficient of cubic polynomial with the zeros of the polynomial. So let us discuss this by taking some of the example. So here I will take one example, that is verify 3 minus 1 and minus 1 by 3 is the zeros of the cubic polynomial, zeros of the cubic polynomial p of x is equal to 3x cube minus 5x square minus 11x minus 3. So we have to check whether these 3 numbers are the zeros of the cubic polynomial or not. Then we have to insert the value of alpha, beta and gamma to the formulas we are already discussed about, the relation between the coefficient and zeros of the polynomial. I will just write those formulas on the right side of the blackboard. It is alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to what we get? Minus b by a, and alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma into alpha is equal to c by a, and alpha into beta into gamma is equal to minus d divided by a. So let us check by inserting a value of x to the cubic polynomial. So firstly we have to take p of 3 here. So insert x value of x into this cubic polynomial. So 3 into 3 cube minus 5 into 3 square minus 11 into 3 minus 3 is equal to 3 into 27 minus 5 into 9 minus 33 minus 3. 11 into 3 is equal to 33. So is equal to 27 into 3 is 81 minus 45 minus 33 minus 3. So 85 minus, so these are, we have to add. So add and prefix, the answer is prefixed by minus sign. 45, 33 and 3 means 81 is equal to 0. When we insert the value of x to the cubic polynomial, we got the answer as 0. That means here p of 3 is equal to 0 here. So p of 3 we got is equal to 0. Then we insert value of x is equal to minus 1 to the cubic polynomial. That is p of minus 1 is equal to 3 into minus 1 cube minus 5 into minus 1 square minus 11 into minus 1 minus 3. So don't wait for me. So you have to pause the video and you have to check the whether it will be 0 or not. So 3 into minus 1 cube means minus 1, it is minus 3. So minus 1 whole square means 1 minus 5 minus of minus plus 11 minus 3 is equal to, so from this minus 3 minus 5 minus 8 minus 3 is equal to minus 11 plus 11 is equal to 0. That means p of minus 1 is also 0. We got p of minus 1 is equal to 0. Again we check for minus 1 by 3. P of minus 1 by 3 is equal to what we get? So just insert the value of x is equal to minus 1 by 3. So 3 into minus 1 by 3 whole cube minus 5 into minus 1 by 3 whole square minus 11 into minus 1 by 3 minus 3 here. So just cube this value. So minus 1 cube means minus 1, 3 cube means 27, minus 3 by 27 minus 1 square is equal to 1, 3 square is equal to 9, minus 5 into 1 by 9, minus of minus plus 11 by 3 minus 3. We have to take the 9 as the LCM. So here 3 into 1, 3 into 9. So we can take 9 as the LCM. So minus, so here we can take minus as the LCM. Here minus 1, minus, here 9 is there, so minus 5. Then here 3 is there, 3 into 3, 11 into 3 plus 33 minus, there is no any term in the denominator, there is 1 in the, 1 is the denominator, we have to multiply 9 here, simultaneously we have to multiply 9 here, so that means 27. So 33 minus 27 is 26, 6 minus 5 minus 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. So from this we got p of minus 1 by 3 is also 0. So that p of minus 1 by 3 is equal to 0. So we verified that 3 minus 1 and minus 1 by 3 are the zeros of the polynomial. So let us check whether these values are right or wrong. So from the cubic polynomial, so we have to just take the values of A, B, C, D, and we have to take the values of alpha, beta, and gamma. So here A is equal to 3 here, B is equal to -5, C is equal to -11, and D is equal to -3. So alpha is equal to, so we have the zeros of the polynomial. Alpha is equal to 3, beta is equal to -1, and gamma is equal to -1/3. So let us take one by one. So firstly, the first formula, that is the sum of the zeros of the polynomial, that is alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to, so here minus b by a. So just insert the value, all the values in the equation. So 3 here plus of -1 minus 1/3 is equal to, what is b here, minus of -5/3 here. So just take the LCM in the LHS side. 3 as the LCM here. 9 minus 3 minus 1 is equal to minus of minus plus 5/3. So 9 minus 4 is equal to 5/3 is equal to 5/3. That means the formula we get is the correct. That means this formula is correct. From this formula we have to take the zeros of the polynomial, or we have to find out the coefficient of the polynomial. From this we can find b and a only. So let us check next formula. The next formula is alpha beta plus beta into gamma plus gamma into alpha is equal to c by a. So let us insert all the values. So what is alpha? 3 into -1 plus beta is equal to -1. Beta is equal to -1 into -1/3 plus gamma into alpha. Gamma is -1/3 into 3 here is equal to, what is c here? -11 divided by, what is here? Is equal to 3. So just I inserted all the values of alpha, beta and gamma and c and a to the given equation. So let us check. So here -3 is there, then minus of minus plus 1/3 plus of minus 3/3 is equal to -11/3. I just remain it like this. So we have to take the LCM in the LHS side. So 3. So if we take the LCM as 3, we have to multiply with 3. So -9 plus 1 here minus 3 is equal to -11/3 here. So what is the answer here? So minus 9 plus 1 is -8, minus 3 is equal to -11/3 is equal to -11/3. So we got the answer as both are equal. So that means the formula we wrote as the relation between the coefficient and the zeros of the polynomial is correct. So both the formulas are right. So we have to check for the final one, alpha, beta and gamma is equal to -d/a. Here also we have to insert all the values of the formula. So alpha, beta and gamma is equal to -d/a. So here what is my alpha? 3 into -1, beta is equal to -1 and gamma is equal to -1/3. So what is d here? -3. And what is a here? So here minus of -1/3. And what is a here? 3. So here 3 into 1, 3 into 1. So here minus into minus plus 1 is equal to 3 into 3, 1 minus into minus plus. So that means we got 1 is equal to 1. That means the LHS side and the RHS side both are equal. That means the given formula is correct. So also this formula is right. So from this we verify these numbers or these zeros are the zeros of the polynomial is or not. So we checked for that. So we have to inserted all the values of zeros to the polynomial. We got all the zeros are right. Those are the zeros of the polynomial. After that we take each of the zeros to the some symbols, that is alpha is equal to alpha, beta and gamma, and that we have to insert all the values of alpha, beta and gamma and coefficient of cubic polynomial a, b, c, d to these formulas and verify all the formulas are right. So these are all about the relation between the coefficient and zeros of the cubic polynomial. In this class we shall discuss about geometrical representation of the zeros of the cubic polynomial and relation between coefficient and zeros of the cubic polynomial. So thank you one and all. Be safe and stay home. Thank you.